Alrighty, we should be live right now. Welcome one and all back to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy Part 2, where we go from where we ended off last, which was I believe the Temple Ruins level. We continue from the high road and I want to get to the next Temple Ruins level, which is the Jaws of Death in this playthrough. So let me just load up a stream on my phone here. So I'm able to read the chat, spread the word, and we can get started. So, fortunately, I can only do this stuff once the stream started instead of prior, when you just have a PS4 and no laptop, which is still as atrocious as it sounds. And I'm just trying to position my microphone in the right way, because something that really bothered me back in the previous streams is that my microphone, for some reason, all the sound from me talking came out of mostly like the right ear or the left ear. It didn't sound like it was coming straight from the middle, and I couldn't edit that at all, so it kind of sucks. So I'm just going live and spreading the word. You know, when you spell boy and then the thing autocorrects it to no I, no you. You know, a lot of people talk about. Hold on, let's just wait for the. Let's just wait for me to get all started and shit here, and spread it. All right. In the meantime, I guess I can load the game up. And with that, alrighty. So, you remember here last time we finished on Temple Ruins. I even got this. Had to go back. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Hey, look! Somebody's joined. If not, that's me. I think that's me anyway. But thank you to one and all future participants who join. I know a lot of people don't really watch the back parts, but as I'm spreading this message, I would just like people to know that I am indeed live right now. Oh, I see. So, that person who joined the stream is my sister. Welcome to the stream, I guess. She says hi, so alright. Alright, with the message spread to all my friends and those other colleagues, I guess we can get started. So let me just load up the stream on my phone, and everything should be hunky-dory. And to those of you who don't know what that means, because apparently people don't know what hunky-dory means in the year 2020, it means everything should be good, right, and done. Alright. So let's start. The road to nowhere. Oh, I thought this was the high road. Well, I better fix that in the title. I guess the title is wrong at the moment. And I got 99 lives right now, so why bother? Alright, there's 3 people here now. I think one is my sister, one is myself, and one is another friend. So welcome whoever friend or viewer you are to my playthrough of Crash Bandicoot 1, the Insane Trilogy, which I think is the much better version. From the little amount I played from the original Crash one I've heard, perhaps I'll stream the original Crash one day, because I wanted to mention, I'm going to mention this more and talk about this topic more in depth on a future stream, but what I actually plan to do is that I don't want to exactly make my name be known over here as on YouTube and really on Twitch or any other platform, and on on PlayStation Live as a streamer. I actually more want to do what's it called, scripted and written videos, and I'm going to mention this more in another live stream on another date. I'm just writing the script for that stream now. Well, not now, but currently. When we say currently nowadays, it really means just behind the scenes when we're not doing the thing we're doing. Would be pretty amazing if I could multitask and write a script as I'm talking, and providing commentary to each and every one of my viewers during these streams. And what I realized is that I really need to just calm the hell down during these things and just slowly talk and explain myself, because last stream I made a lot of mistakes while being one of my better streams. Not my last stream, my last Data Boy stream was actually kind of depressing. Well, to me anyway. I'm talking more. Oh shit. Whoa. My Crash Bandicoot streams, that was close. The call up my ass is gone from a diamond to a emerald. Minecraft logic, I guess. But what I wanted to say is that I definitely want to make this apparent that I think that the Insane Trilogy version of Crash 1, from what I've heard and especially what I've seen, and even what I've slightly played, because I've only played a few minutes, not even minutes, a few seconds of the original Crash 1, because when I tried to get it working on my emulator, my PC kept on giving me troubles. And in terms of talking for my PC, that's once I get my PC back, that's when I eventually want to get to the... Oh, look, somebody... Hey, let's get it. Did that thing just run across an... Oh, yes, it did. Welcome to Cash Bin... Whoa! And I really need to focus more. Yes, that pig thingamajig did run across the open gap. Why am I doing that? What are you doing? Myself? Alright. So, what I said is that I've only played a few seconds of the original Crash 1, and I'm waiting to get my PC back. So maybe I could continue that. Because I know when it comes to actually, I don't know how you even stream from the PS1 anymore, because apparently you need to get some kind of PS1 upscale converter that... Oh. Yeah, I couldn't get all these boxes. You need to return with the red gem one day. I better fix that title once the stream is done. You need, I need to get all the power, not power, crystals. No, not the crystals. See, I just need to calm down. I need to get all the special gems, which are the colored ones, because if you can see from the pause menu, I only have the green one. Gained from the Lost City, where you have to go through an entire level without dying once in the Insane version. Which is a change that I like, because that's actually how the original Crash Bandicoot 1 on the PS1 worked, that each and every stage, you had to get through the entire thing and not die once to get the gem, and it was kind of bullshit artificial difficulty to a lot of people, and I definitely agree with them. Getting through, and the original Crash 1 also had a lot of other problems, like a very weird save system, and what's it called? And also kind of, how can you say, dopey controls? A lot of people complain about the Insane Trilogy controls, and even go as far to call them broken, but I absolutely disagree with that. The controls work fine. Like, I can only talk a bit from memory, because I haven't played... I played like a bit... I keep on trying to find emulators for the original Crash 3, but I cannot find a solid one unless I have a PC going. And even then, it's kind of finicky. I really don't like gaming on PCs. I'll explain that more in a video one day when it comes to my second channel. But as of now, when I'm just trying to get footage from for the Insane Trilogy and on my streams, I just want to say that I do not enjoy PC gaming. I much prefer playing on a console, because while it's true that console games cost more and not and may not look or even run as good, what's it called? There's one thing you definitely get from a console, and that's much better stability versus PC gaming. Because Jesus Christ, on PC, it can feel like the smallest thing can go wrong from that can cause game engines to completely get screwed. I want to kind of limit the amount of profanity I speak over these streams, as in cuss words and offensive commentary, because especially without the ability to... What the hell was that? And see, we need another purple gem to get all these boxes. Without the ability to censor... Can I not? Oh yeah, I can. I didn't even know I can make that faster. You can just hold down X. I cannot censor out any bad words I may say. Oh, and this is the longest level, but also one of my favorite levels in the game, Sunset Vista, where we focus, where we get from... It's another styled level, like what's it called? Like the Lost City. It's not very reminiscent. It is just a build-up, follow-up stage on that kind of level type with the scenery, and it's still like, these are some of my favorite levels, especially from a visual and audio standpoint, especially and even more when we compare it to the original games on the PS1 from the Insane Trilogy, because these levels are absolutely some of the best looking levels in the game. The music, in my opinion, I haven't actually heard the original what's it called? The original soundtrack a lot for the Sunset Vista levels from the original Crash 1. But I've heard the Insane Trilogy version numerous times, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so atmospheric. I love that, and especially with the lighting and stuff. Oh god, I love sunsets, and this stage definitely takes it to another level. Something you can definitely appreciate more that they did on the Insane Trilogy was I mentioned this, but back on the original PS1 version, you would have to get through this entire this entire goddamn stage without dying once with very dopey controls and a weird save system to get the gem for the 100% special ending. Or it's more like a special ending. Because despite it being a 100% ending, it's actually not the canonical one, because the next game in the franchise, Crash 2, ends from where this game's normal ending actually picks off when you don't get all the gems. Which is kind of weird, but that's not a problem with this game. I guess it's more a problem with the second. Or, I don't know, continuity, kind of, not really error, but choice. It's kind of strange that you don't follow up on the special ending, especially seeing that Crash 2 follows up on Crash 3's special ending, but not Crash 1's. I mean, Crash 3 follows up with Crash 2's special ending, or Crash 2 doesn't follow up Crash 1's special ending, which is weird, to say the least, but you know, whatever. Naughty Dog had a lot of stuff to figure out after the original Crash 1. Because like I mentioned, and I'm going to talk about a bit more calmly on this stream, is that they made an entire engine revamp for the second game. I don't know if they took the exact same engine or made a brand new one. I think it was a brand new one from what I've heard, but that could be incorrect. And oh yes, I got the nice tokens. They revamped one or remade a new engine where they really worked up the visuals, because the Insane Trilogy, obviously for like obvious reason and consistency reasons, uses the same assets that they created throughout each game. While from the second game, they made brand new assets and a whole brand new engine to allow for more detail, higher frames, and better feeling controls, and I think it was a little bit easier to develop the games using the engine tools that they had for the second engine they used for creating these games back on the PlayStation 1. Which is pretty cool when you think about it, because... oh, shit. Yeah, imagine back on the PS1 you're not allowed to die once on these levels. After all these numerous jumps and enemy placements and all that shit. And look, Super Aku time! Right, and that new engine definitely allowed for much easier game development and even just overall better games to release. And, sorry, funny, the reason why I keep on, like, slightly messing up is that I've been playing a shit ton of Minecraft recently. Oh, crap. Recently, and I keep on checking and seeing if I have if my hunger bar is full for some reason. It's just weird. I know, it's just really weird, but it's something. Alright, let's get up here. Because Minecraft is still a legendary game. Like, despite what people may say, mostly just due to them growing up and just thinking that getting older means you can't play a lot of those games that you played as you were a kid. Minecraft is still a very solid game to play through nowadays, but I should be speaking more about the Insane Trilogy, I guess. Seeing that this is an insane stream. And I would probably get around to, what's it called, streaming Minecraft one day. Oh shit! At all if possible. And yes, that is a lot of Wimpy fruit and I like that. Even though I need to wait for it to wear off right now. Sorry, because when it comes to the upcoming boxes, you need to jump on them in a very specific way to get that token. Alright. I think if I just... Oh, these games still look gorgeous. But one thing I can definitely agree with that looks a bit weird with the Insane Trilogy, I don't know if you can see it on screen right now, but Crash's fur texture, they added like this fuzziness texture to him. You can kind of see how it weirdly glitches and looks kind of like off in the shades and in certain lighting. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my timing down for this. Oh shit! Nah, I messed up. Now I lost my special Aku. You don't notice it all the time, but you can definitely see at certain times how Crash's fur kind of clashes against the environment, and has like this weird fuzzy effect to the model that kind of looks off. That's one of the reasons why I also want to get the PC version one day of the Insane Trilogy, is that you have more customization options, which I don't see why you can't really get that on consoles. Like just the ability to choose like a performance mode over a graphics mode, kind of similar to what the PS4 Pro does, even for normal consoles. Just to cut down the graphics a bit, just for higher frame rates. But then again, I guess that could lead to a lot of consumer mishaps and developer choices. There we go. I got it. Because there's two bonus stages to this stage. There's a Tawna one. Because you can definitely tell that the Tawna stage is a little bit more easy, being made by Tawna herself. And look, how cool is that? You can see the second island from here, and I just love that continuity feeling that you get in this game. Strange, I'm pretty sure there were bats that were supposed to spawn there. Anyway, we got a... Anyway, that came out of weirdly Scottish. Or not... Yeah, no, Scottish. There's... the stage has a... Okay, calm down, calm down. I just get so nervous during these streams. The stage has 2 bonus levels, one being a... I know I should have jumped there, but I'm just a bit too nervous. Being a Toner stage and a Cortex stage. Don't ask me why Cortex is creating bonus stages for Crash. It's kind of weird, but you know, we'll play with the cards we can get. Jesus, these moments really just make your butt cheeks clench. All right. Can I jump from here to there? I don't know why Cortex has created bonus stages full of lives for Crash, but you can definitely tell when you create. Despite us getting. The Foot Toner token first, the Cortex stage is actually first. Alright. One thing I like about these stages is that if you fail them and you have an Aku Aku, you still get punished since you lose him, but you don't lose a life, so it's perfect in between. Unlike the original Crash one, where if you fail these stages that are bonuses, mind you, you would lose an entire life in general. And an Aku Aku, and your chance to get the gem. Which was kind of arbitrary difficulty. Well, not really arbitrary, just way too artificial difficulty is a much better word. Because arbitrary means seemingly chosen at random, and artificial means fake. Or unnatural. Which they fixed in the sane Trilogy, which again, massive props to Vicarious Visions for not just remaking the game with all its flaws. And actually trying to make it theirs. That is good. That is good shit. But like I said, yeah, you can tell what stages are whose, not only due to the aesthetic choices with the music and the visuals, but Toner stages are much easier. And I don't know if it's like canonical that they actually create the stages and place the crates, or how it works. But you definitely know that that it has to be something along those lines, seeing that Toner places lives at the end of each of her stages, but then again Embryo can place like 6 lives at the end of his. Alright, let's jump. Because you get 3 types of bonus stages in the original Crash one. You get Embryo, each with their respective logos and... Oh shit, sorry, I just knocked my mic a little due to how scared I got there. With their own respective tokens, designs and music and box placements. Because you can definitely tell the Cortex... Okay, alright. I was worried that I wasn't going to get the gem. That the Cortex ones are... a lot more aim to kill. The Embryo ones are more puzzles, and the ones... Yo, Nodder. Jesus, that was a lot of percentage ticks up. Anyway. And now we get to the next boss being Koala Kong, who skipped leg day. You know, you're actually going to see it quite soon, but Koala Kong looks a hell of a lot like an Indian guy at the gym. You usually see like these Indian guys in nighttime, I know from experience, who just go and lift a bunch of weights and do a bunch of machines but do no running, and they have like these huge upper bodies but these really skinny legs. Like, I kid you not. Very rarely do you see a buff Indian dude at the gym. Because I was actually talking to my friend earlier on, who I will just say has his own YouTube channel. I guess I can leave a link to that. He streams very occasionally, and apparently he also does Twitch. I don't know, I'm just taking... Allegedly, I have no proof of his Twitch account. He says he does it occasionally, but I've not seen it. Alright, where is it? I'll call him SpaceX, I think it's pronounced. Alright. Where he does his streams, and he mentioned that for some reason a lot of people see the Indian dudes and Asian people. They see Asian people to be the more Taiwanese, Japanese, Korean type of fellows, while well, what's it called? Other people see Indians as their own whole ethnic group. No, there's an I in between, idiot. It's SpaceX with an not the XX. The X and the X has an I in between. Alright. Gotti! Look, I like this is what they added in the Sane Trilogy. His own little after the boss animation. I like that. The original Crash one didn't have that, and that's something you don't get from the original game, but you get from the Sane Trilogy. Yeah, 6. There you go. You corrected yourself. Well done for taking criticism. And I guess I can leave a channel. And I just think it's kind of weird how people see Indian people and, what's their face? Asian, quote-unquote, people being more the Taiwanese, Japanese, more light-skinned, small-eyed people as a completely different ethnic group. Despite us all being Asians, because you call us Asians and we're all from Asia. And this was a nice secret. I like the amount of... oh, hold on. Yes, boy, now we can absolutely just blast through the stage. And there's a nice secret down here, like, why would these two machines be there if there was nothing there? Ah, man, now I broke the box and I don't get another Aku Aku masks. Because when you, because if you just break the box, you see it doesn't extend the invincibility periods. Unless if you just waited and you would then smash the box, that would start the invincibility period all the way from the start. Can any of you hear any other sound effects in the background? I'm just asking. If that is the case, I do not wish so. Like another video or whatever. Having that criticism would be nice. So like if you started off all the way from the beginning, you would have what's it face? A completely brand new mask. Mask timer. But one thing you can definitely say about the masks is that it's pretty cool how in the sane Trilogy they also added this. They added these chants. Hold on, give me 1 sec. They added the chanting "hoo ha" to the background of the song, and I like that a lot. The original was just instrumental. But to be fair, Vicarious Visions did a fantastic job at remaking all of Crash 1's music. I think there's like only 1 or 2 themes in the original game that I prefer a bit more. Even though those there are like 2 themes in this version of the game, being the lab and arguably Temple Ruins, that I prefer a bit more from the original game. What I can definitely say is that I like this new soundtrack more. And even the tracks that I do prefer more from the original, the Insane versions, are absolutely not bad. I must make that apparent. That even though I don't think they're as good, they're definitely not bad. Oh, fudge! I realized. God damn it. That's a lot of damage. Well, not really, but sort of. Oh, it's a shame. One of my friends who said they'd join, called Cameron, said he would join us for the stream, and I guess he's not sure. Wait, how did I get that many Wumpa Fruit just by jumping on? Oh, that was probably from the meter that I got early on. And what else I wanted to say was that you can definitely tell when it got to Crash 3 in the Insane Trilogy that shit, okay. I don't know how I did that, but rip. Yeah. Unfortunately, I noticed that even though oh my god. And you can see Crash's really curvy girlfriend there just standing while her boyfriend fell to his death in the bonus stage, despite not really dying. Oh yeah, and that's also another thing that the Insane Trilogy version of Crash 1 does much better than the original, is that you can actually replay bonus stages. Instead, back then, if you failed the bonus stage, the only way to replay it was start all the way from the beginning of the level again, and it was kind of arbitrary difficulty. So you can definitely see how Vicarious Visions fixed a lot of the issues that the original Crash 1 has. But to be fair, if they didn't fix that stuff, it would a lot of criticism would be definitely given. Jesus, I don't think I've lost. I'm still on 99 lives. How cool is that? But despite the Insane Trilogy looking very gorgeous, I definitely do not feel like these are graphics that completely push the PS4 to the breaking point, because while it definitely looks a hella good, absolutely there's no disputing that, especially with the color choice and stuff they used for the first game. I think that they are better looking platformers, and especially cartoony platformers on the PS4. Like Ratchet & Clank, the 2016 game. That game looks amazing, seriously. I may consider streaming that one day too. That game was a shit ton of fun, but you can, but I don't know if I'd say these completely push to the limits of the console to the breaking point. But I guess there's only realistically there's only so much you can make the graphics look good when it comes to a PS1 platformer versus a game built and created for the PS4 like Ratchet & Clank 2016. And I say 2016 because that's a remake of the 2002 game. The original Ratchet & Clank on PS2, and the 2016 version also bases itself on the... an embryo stage. Of the Ratchet & Clank movie, which is kind of its own kettle of fish on its own. And oh shit, because if I die in this stage, I lose my my golden Aku Aku. So I'm gonna really try and get this. Alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because what I like to do, something again the Insane Trilogy has over the original, honest, I think. Because the original Crash 1 was made during a time where the DualShock controller with the analog sticks hadn't existed. No! Oh, why did I move forward? It was created during a time when analog control didn't exist, because the DualShock controller had not been invented by then, back in 1996. So the original Crash 1, unless you got some kind of, I think, possibly, I don't know if this exists, but some re-release version of the game, like a platinum version, made after the original version came out in 1996, you did not get analog control. Because, like I said, the controller wasn't invented and you couldn't really have patches back then to what's it called? Oh look, he also dropped another life. To fix, to patch in analog control. So the Insane Trilogy version offers the superior version of being able to control Crash by 360 degrees exactly, and I mean exactly a 360 degree control with the analog sticks versus the well, I think it was a 180 or 90 degrees control you had from the original games on the PS1. Well, the original game, because once Crash Bandicoot 2 came around, the DualShock controller had been invented and you had analog sticks. But that was also a time where triggers wasn't really used. So there's certain levels, like I do plan to eventually get to streaming Crash 2 one day, and look, that feels nice. I eventually plan, not eventually, but actually quite soon, right after I finish Crash 1 in fact, plan to stream Crash 2. And with Crash 2, you had analog control, so they were able to also build, that's an advantage the Crash 2 had over the Crash 1, the original Crash 1, is that you were able to use analog control and have the levels be built around that new feature on the controller, which is nice. But now with this game being made all the way, well, sorry, I just wanted to keep quiet during the intro. I like this. Once he starts getting closer, you definitely feel a progression to the visuals. What's it called? You can now build the levels around that new feature back in 1996. But with this game being made in 2017, no, I mean 1997. Sorry, 1997. In 1997, Crash 2 was made. I think it was 1997 anyway, and Crash 2 came out in 1998. You had this new feature where you could use the and you got the DualSense, or no, not DualSense, that's the PS5, DualShock controller. But right now, I'd just like to mention that since this game started development around 2015 and 2016, why am I actually doing this? I can't get these boxes right now, I need the blue gem. Sorry for wasting your time. Because you need a blue gem to finish the stage 100%, or otherwise you cannot get the other boxes. So I'm literally just wasting my time getting the boxes right now. You'll see, if I would backtrack, there's a special path here. Music rocks, with this game being made all the way in, sorry. Ah, shit! There's a special path all the way back there that'll show a blue platform is needed to progress throughout the stage, so I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I'm just not going to bother really smashing these boxes. Smash! No, no, okay, that was really creepy. Come on, Crash. Oh, he died for a second there. And this game being created in 2015, of course, DualSense, DualShock controller and 360 degree turning will be, of course, supported. Sorry, and now with the Autoslaves. I like this. With each level that you've completed and saved, you can. I'm 50% already. Wow. You can see how they have little pictures. Like here, you can see Crash being electrocuted. I like that. That's cool. Well, I kind of sound sadistic when I talk like that, but it's just kind of cartoonishly hilarious. And funny story. Now, this stage, the generator, in my opinion, does not have a better theme than the original game. I just thought the original game was definitely much more creepy and scary, and that's the type of vibes this level's trying to go for. But funny enough, the orange gem that we're getting from this stage was then completely removed, because you can see there's 6 special gem slots there. I have 8 out of, because you can see out of the original Crash one, the regular gems being the clear ones, we have only 26, and then we have the other 6 special gems. But from Crash 2, and I think for the rest of the actual complete franchise, except arguably I think Crash to Insanity, the special gem was removed. The special orange gem was completely removed from the game and was never seen again. I don't know if it was due to like it looking too similar to the much better looking yellow gem that was also that is also in this game. You can see it as being the second or the third of the special gems. I think it just looked too similar, so Naughty Dog removed it, and they didn't want to have 6 special gems. It just felt a bit more solid to have 5, and probably made it a bit easier to plan special levels with them only being 5 special gems. That opens like maybe one or 2 parts than just 1 special gem that'll open 1 part to previous level entries, or 2 or 3 parts. It's kind of hard to remember from those games off the top of my head. Thank you, Torna, for not making a difficult stage and all. And if you haven't noticed, why I pick up so many damn lives in the original Crash 1 is that the original PS1, since because of the kind of skewed live system, you would lose a lot of progress depending on when your last save was. And oh shit. Depending on when your last save was. Hold on. There's a... Oh! No! Ah! Oh, God damn it. Now I have to restart the stage all the way from the beginning. What's it called? The orange gem was seemingly removed. And there's a bit to be seen again. Until like... when you think about it, I wouldn't be surprised if Infinity War, Marvel and Infinity War and Endgame based the what's it called again? I forgot what the gauntlet was called, but the Infinity Gauntlet, yes. And the Infinity Stones were based off the gems, and maybe even the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic. The gems from Crash, special gems from Crash Bandicoot, and the call it? The Chaos Emeralds from Sonic. That would be funny if you think about it. That would be an interesting crossover, seeing Crash and Sonic in the not only in the same universe, but the Avengers universe. That would definitely sell a lot of copies for 3 such huge popular franchises to cross over. Because I wonder if we'll ever actually get a Crash movie one day. That would be interesting. If it's on the like level, as long as it's like a Sonic the Hedgehog quality movie and not really the Ratchet and Clank. The Ratchet and Clank movie, while not bad in my opinion, definitely isn't like some kind of masterpiece. Well, the Sonic movie was actually pretty great. I watched it and I actually really loved it. I was really expecting another Sonic movie, not Sonic, a Ratchet and Clank movie situation, but no. And oh my god, my parents are... Sorry. I just think that's the people downstairs in my basement screaming to get out. With their muffles on. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. As long as we get a movie on the... If we ever get a Crash movie, getting one just on the level of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie would be highly appreciated to whatever studio would get their hands on them. I know Activision is the studio that owns multiple development teams, but I definitely doubt that they have some kind of film team or associated with any film team in any way, shape, or form. Alright, let's just jump across. But it would be nice to see a Crash movie one day. Maybe just basing... I wonder how they would use it. It would be interesting because a lot of the time, with a lot of these movies like the Ratchet and Clank and Marvel movies, you kind of have a lot more sci-fi. While it would be interesting to see a bit of more of a jungle-based movie, and a lot of these other movies, like the Sonic movie, don't really have like a very not a natural isn't the right word, but not a very forestry nature feel to them. They put a focus on a lot of suburban cities, which is fine. I mean, that's where humans are, and humans are the characters to improve that movie's quality. But it would be interesting seeing a Crash movie just using the Crash characters with no with maybe a completely new villain or whatever. And there we can see the orange gem, the fat gem, that kind of reminds me a bit of an orange itself. Perfect. If you don't mind, I actually think I want to swap to Coco right now. Oh, and this is one of my favorite levels in the game, Toxic Waste, because not only is it a fully 3D level, but it is a level that has really good music. Oh, yes, they did a really good job of this. Not really now, but like later on when you hear the guitar kick in, it's really good. Because the original game used a lot more, I think it was that the original trilogy on the PS1 had each of their soundtracks oh, god damn it. Alright, not a train smash. Had their soundtracks composed with, I'm not sure if it was, I'm pretty sure it wasn't real-time instruments, but it was all synthesized instruments. And the same is applied to the Insane Trilogy, which some people actually thought was composed with what's it called? With the real-time instruments, like with an orchestra. But no, similar to like the Medieval remake. But no, they use synthesized instruments, and it still definitely sounds nice. But something you could definitely note back on the PS1 is that the soundtracks had more of a crunch to them, being compressed for the PS1 hardware. And it was one of the things that made the old music stand out a lot. Alright. Compared to the current instruments that a lot of people actually mistook for real-time instruments. I really don't know how you use synthesized instruments a lot, especially to compose a lot of other music. Oh shit! Okay, now I really need to watch out. Because when we look, that's another thing that I think the original had this too, but you can see that there are a lot of cracks in the ground where those barrels land. Okay, goddammit, I really need to be close. I really need to be careful now, because one hit and that's this entire run gone. Because with the more I kind of prefer definitely much smoother sound. No, it's a hard competition, because the PS1 instruments that had a more blocky, synthesized feel to them with the compression is definitely very nostalgic to someone like me who played the Coco is adorable, who played the original games on the PS1, but the new ones kind of sound. Oh, here's the next boss. The next boss is completely. Really see this for yourself. Being Pinstripe. Potteroo. With his Tommy gun. I don't know why he just doesn't freaking walk up to Crash and put a round between his eyes. Or rather just acts like a retard spraying bullets all over the room like... I don't know. This is some kind of porno. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. I did not want to sound that, what's the right word again? Disgusting, maybe. Oh shit! Alright, his Tommy gun isn't so reliable after all. Seriously, this boss is completely pathetic. You can definitely tell, even though Crash 1 has the weakest bosses in the trilogy, Vicarious Vision put a lot of... I don't know how those bullets don't hurt me. You can definitely tell they put a lot of work into death animations. Unlike the PS1, whereas when you beat them, Crash would just say "yeehaw" like he's got. Alright, I was planning to get about 3 more levels after the next one being the high road. Jesus Christ, you should see how critics online reacted to the Insane Trilogy playing these games again, that actually give a challenge in nowadays climate when you have 5 difficulty settings. And how they absolutely lost their shit, because this is definitely not only one of the harder levels of the original Crash 1 and the Insane Trilogy version of Crash 1, but the entire trilogy, or maybe even the whole the entirety of all the Crash games, where that involves a lot of jumping. Personally, I don't see a problem. The jumping physics are fine, and you always have a drop shadow there showing where Crash will land. It's just difficult. Hell, you can even break the stage by doing what I can demonstrate here, and just walking on the ropes, if you are so inclined. But personally, I will not do that because I am oh, okay. Just as I was about to say, a skilled gamer, I fall, which kind of sucks. I guess that's why you don't get a big head about stuff. And look, I already got my lives back. Let's just actually count how many lives I lose on the stage. Some people say they had like 40 to 50 lives, and they lost them all on this one stage. But let's see how many I start off with and how many I finish with. So I started off with 99. I lost 1, but I got it back. So let's just see. Because I like to consider myself pretty skilled at these games. I mean, I definitely don't die a lot. In fact, I probably die maybe once or twice every level. Right. Alright, gotcha. Oh, okay, no. That's definitely a bit of a criticism I have of the Insane Trilogy, because back on the... Alright, so I've died 3 times. Back on the PS1, they had the hitboxes for the enemies for when you landed on them to be a bit more rectangle than pillar-shaped. So even if you clipped the enemies on the side, it would count as a death and let you have the kill. But here, if you land right on the tip of the enemies, you will take damage instead of bouncing on them. Which definitely makes a bit more sense, seeing that Crash isn't jumping on them, he's more touching them when you do that, but that's a criticism people have when it comes to these games. Alright. It was really funny seeing Cadicarus defend it and actually bring up some decent points, like how people complained how Crash can fall off the boxes if you jump on the same place over and over again, and then he's like, come the hell on, guys, why would you do this anyway? Which is just genius when you think about it. Like, why the hell would you do that anyway, unless you're pretty shit at the game? Look, I can even despite me need, and there I go, getting a big hit again, but despite, I think that's a total of 4 deaths, or 5 deaths now. I think it was 4. No, it was definitely 4. I started the level with the... No, it's probably not 4. I don't know, 4, we'll just call it 4 or 5. Call it 5 or 6 deaths. You can also fall off the ropes if you jump on the same place, or even boxes, but unless you clip it. And it was just really funny seeing everybody's reaction when he said, why would you do this anyway? Because a lot of the time I felt like people are just too afraid to actually have the balls to make these huge jumps, and then when they jump over and over on place, they get punished by falling off. And I love the bouncy, the stretchiness in these animations. It's hilarious. Alright. I'm just waiting for this turtle to walk, because if I clip him, I'm definitely gonna get killed. And like a bot. Like a boss. Okay, I guarantee you I will nail it this time. I say that just almost as I died there. Alright. I think that's a total of 6, we'll call it 6 times I've died on the stage. Ooh! No, that was definitely my fault. Like, might I add, so total of 7 times. Even though I'm the one who's dying here, it's definitely my fault. I don't really feel like it's the game's fault when I'm dying at all here, due to like hitboxes and any, like, I guess I can argue that hitbox thing if I want to look from glass half full perspective, but again, that was my fault. We'll call that 7 deaths. I definitely feel like the Insane Trilogy does, well, when it comes to Crash 1's at least, controls are completely fine. let's try and nail this again. Compared to, because when it comes to Crash 2 and Crash 3, 8 times. 8 times I've died. When it comes to Crash 2s and Crash 3s, definitely vehicle control levels, because while the controls stay mostly the same, you can definitely tell they had to tweak it for the type of level design those two games had. The vehicle controls definitely feel a bit definitely not off, but different. Well, in some cases, I guess. 9 times. 9 times I've died. Yes, but I've also seen people complain about how is giving Crash and Aku after falling in tons of pits are gonna help us. But I mean, at the same time, what do you expect them to do? Give 10 times. 10 times I've died. People complain that the comes to jumping over these pits, but at the same time, I don't know what people want at Vicarious Visions to do. 11 times. 11. I will not deny the stage is hard, but I definitely don't think it's 30 to 40 lives ending. I've lost about 10, which is only 25% of that. Alright, let's try and do this. What the? Oh, I clipped him. But I don't. But people are like. But I always reply to that like, what do you expect Vicarious Visions to do? Give Crash a rocket to shove up his ass whenever he falls down a pit, so it just shoots him back all the way to the top. Like, I just sometimes wish people. Actually thought before they criticized. You know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. That really monstrously. I think that's 13 times I died. I know that may sound monstrously 70s cliche, but 14 times. The stage is definitely unforgiving, but I would not argue unfair, because while I've died 14 times, yes, I know somebody will make a comment one day. Stage is definitely unforgiving. Died 14 times. Says he died 14 times. Seconds later, and you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna use the ropes. I definitely feel like it's my fault there. There we go. I know that may have been a bit shit of a tactic to use, but I really do not give a damn. Alright. Hogs. Yes, Jesus can walk on water.